Yeah, boy. We are live, are we live, are we live? We are live. Can you not hear me? Everything cushy. Big up to each and every single one of you lot. Make sure you hit the sub button, and we've got a nice little midday stream, 1:15 UK time. We're going to be discussing Rasmus Hojlund being forced out of Manchester United, being told he's going to get no minutes unless he leaves. Carlos Baleba has allegedly, listen, it's coming from the same source that first broke it, that Ornstein shouted in Indy. He said that Carlos Baleba has agreed, it's not a polo actually, it's a Lacoste one. My polo one's in there. But he said he's agreed personal terms with Manchester United, whatever the personal terms are. Maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong. Hopefully he's right. I do think he's right because, as I say, maybe the agreed personal terms is just jumping the gun. Maybe that's true, I don't know. But with the agreed personal terms with me is, I wouldn't be surprised, bruv. He's on 12k a week, so yeah. Do you know what I mean? Can't wait till Wesley cries. I want 3-4. He still be Arteta in phase 7. Bless up to each and everyone. Bless up to Mustafa, Danny, Dave, Wesley. Make sure you're smashing up that like button. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. We got to our goal yesterday of 1,270 subs. If we can get 1,280 by the end of today, that is the goal. That is the goal. The like goal as well was 20 likes. So yeah, 7 likes already, bro. Big up to every one of you. Make sure you turn on post notifications as well so you do not miss a live or a video that I do. Do you know what I'm saying? If we get Baleba, he's better than Rice touchline. What if we don't get Baleba then? Is he still better than Rice? Or is, you know what I mean, it's just if we get him. But I love it, brother. I love it. Yeah, I mean, Declan Couscous and that. Do you get what I'm saying? But listen, bless up to each and every single one of you lot. Make sure, as I say, sub button, post notifications, subscribe button. Like goal was 20. Sub goal was 1,280 by the end of the day. We're 8 off. So, yeah, bless up to each and every single one of you lot. Now, yeah, allegedly, with or without, he's better than Rice. Oh, I hear that. Allegedly, according to Indy, who, as I say, this guy is the same one Ornstein quoted, and Ornstein gave credit to, and he was the first one that dropped the Baleba, the Baleba news. I think reports said that Overbrada gives players no more than 2 years to prove themselves. Rasmus Hojlund has now reached that market. United has been told he must leave, and Rasmus Hojlund being forced out of the football club, which is brilliant. The fact that their club, I always thought we were going to force him out. I always thought we were going to try and sell him. I always stood on that notion. I thought we were going to try and sell him, but listen. Let's go on this one. Firstly, a big shout out to the reporter who reached out with this exclusive Baleba wants out / personal terms agreed. Carlos Baleba has made his intentions clear. He's verbally asked Brighton to let him move to Man United. And it gets even more interesting because Baleba's agents have given the thumbs up on personal terms offer if Brighton agrees to let him go this summer. Brighton at the moment have not nudged from their 100 million valuation of the player. Listen, if we can get him for £90 million base fee plus 10 million, I think that's fine. But I do understand that United will try and save an extra 5-10 million if we can. If we can get 6 million loan fee this summer for Rasmus and then get the money for Garnacho and hopefully sell one off Sancho or Anthony, I do think we have enough. I think we have enough to pay the 100 million personally. I do think we have enough to pay the 100 million. But I think that, you know, as United try to do with Mainoo, as every club will try and do, they will try and get the best deal, the best offer they possibly can for the club. So yeah, I'm not going to surprise if United aren't going to just willing to go straight in with 100 million. If they can try and get, you know, it down to 85 or 90 with him potentially forcing the move, as it says here. The same journalist has said Carlos Baleba has made his intentions clear and has verbally asked Brighton to let him leave the club and move to Manchester United. It wouldn't be hard for him, in my opinion, as I always say, and I will say that consistently, it's not hard to agree personal terms with this guy because he's on 12 grand a week. Man United just say 120 grand a week, that's 10 times the current wage he's on, and Brighton probably can't offer him 120k a week, or not willing to offer him 120k a week. If they're going to offer him a new deal, they'll probably get him about 70 or 80k a week, which is still a massive bump up and it's still decent wage. But if you get 120k a week to play for the biggest club in England, one of the biggest clubs in the world, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get millions of Insta followers, sponsorship deals, a new Nike or Adidas deal. So you go, why wouldn't you? And listen, he is absolutely ideal. And I do stand on the fact that I genuinely believe we're going to get this deal over the line. I don't think we're going to get it over the line before the Arsenal game. I feel like it's going to potentially be maybe just before the 3rd game of the season. Maybe, hopefully before the Fulham game, but I don't know if that's like what? Yeah, just about 2 weeks, maybe just under 2 weeks. I don't know if it's a Saturday or Sunday. Touchline, do you think this still happens? I just said that, yeah, Jordan, I do. I genuinely believe we're going to get Baleba. Make sure you smash that likes up, by the way, people. We've got 24 people watching us. The like goal was 20 likes. The sub goal was 1,280 by the end of the day. So if we could get both those goals, that would be wonderful. Make sure you hit the sub button and like button. Bless up to each and every single one of you for this midday stream. Now, yeah, I do think this deal's going to happen. One thing about Ineos is they... the deals that, how do I say this? when they go in for a player, Ineos, when they make it known they're going in for a player, which they have done, they've leaked to numerous journalists, and numerous journalists have come up. We know we've gone in for Baleba, spoke to his agent, and spoke to Brighton about the conditions of the deal, right? They usually properly go fully in. And the only reason we haven't gotten our other targets, Delap, Gyökeres, that they wanted, wasn't because we didn't go in for him, wasn't because we didn't want to put the money forward. It was particularly because Gyökeres preferred Arsenal, Delap preferred the Chelsea move, etc., etc. Other players preferred other moves. When we actually go in for a player, and they make it known, as long as, listen, with Baleba, we've got no one else going in for him at the minute. So if we're the only club going in for him, unless he wants to stay at Brighton for another year, he's coming to Man United. Do you get what I'm saying? So I do think that is the main reason why I feel like we will land this Carlos Baleba deal. I say 90 plus 100, 90 plus 10 million in add-ons, I think is a decent deal. I actually don't think that's a bump. I actually think that's a decent deal. But as I say, I can understand if United are trying to get it down to 85 million minimum for the base fee and then pay 5-10 million add-ons. I personally think 28 people inside, by the way. Bless out to each and every single one of you. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button if you're new. As I say, we're road to 2K. We just hit 1,200. Literally, must have only been about a week ago. About a week ago, we hit 1,200, and we're now literally 28 subscribers off 1,300. So the channel's just growing like crazy. We're back on the daily streaming grind, and listen, each and every single one of you tuning in every single day. I salute to you, bruv. I salute to you. If we do get this done, top 4 has to be the aim. If we get Baleba and a top quality goalkeeper, for me, still top 5, because I just feel like the top 4 is so far ahead. I do think Chelsea could be cool, but I feel like because they won that Club World Cup, I feel like the feeling around Chelsea Football Club at the moment is that they're hungry. They've got that urge to win, and I just feel like I don't think we can catch Chelsea. And I know they got now Colwell. They still, for me, haven't got a top quality centre back in. And Colwell's now injured, who they're all gassing up, saying, he's a top quality centre-back. Renato Sanchez in goal as well. But still, as I say, we've still got holes in our squad. So, listen, for me, I still think we're going to get 5th if we get this guy and a goalkeeper, personally. I don't know what other people think in the chat. Let me know what you lot think. Where do you lot think we'll finish in the season if we can get out in the Baleba and a Donnarumma, which I still don't think, I'm still not on sold in the Donnarumma rumours. I think we want Donnarumma. I think we would like a Donnarumma in the football club, but I don't think we're going to actually go in and get that deal to happen. I personally still stand in the business that we could potentially land Emiliano Martinez. But listen, where do you think Manchester United will finish? Let me know what you lot think in the chat. Bless up to each and every single one of you guys. We need to get it done right now. I feel like I feel like we won't get this done before the Arsenal game. I feel like the minimum we'll get this done by is just before the Fulham game. And then but I stand on the fact I think we're gonna get this done. Top 5. Hey man, you look good today. You look like a little English sailor from the 1800s. What do English sailors look like from the 1800s? Let me type that up on Google. Hold on. It's English sailor 1800s. Is the volume good, by the way? I still need to get a new mic. I do understand, lads. I do understand. I need to get a new mic, but I was going to try and get it. Listen, you know what the cost of living is like. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to try and get a good one. This one was a good one until I broke it. And I actually took it out of its thing as well. So I'm going to get a proper... I might even get the same mic, because the mic was actually good. But I'm going to get a proper good mic for about 100 quid. I'm not going to just buy some cheapy shit one. Because then it's just a waste of money, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying? But yes, and 25 people inside. As I say, the light goal was 20. We're 6 off. We can get that light goal. Blesses every one of you. I mean, what the hell is British Sailor 19th century? What the fuck? They had some mad haircuts back then in England, honestly. That's some mad haircuts. They did not have barbers or some shit. People always say, you like this guy. Yeah, exactly. The only one I'll ever stand on that I actually agree with is Eggsy. Eggsy with the cap on, I can't lie, I see it. And a lot of people have said, not even just on YouTube, a lot of people in general just say, he looks like Eggsy. And they're not wrong. I'll be honest. Eggsy was actually a decent one, which is the wokest football channel you know. I don't know. I don't really know. What do you mean? What do you mean? How can you be a woke football channel? I did look up. But what's a woke football channel, bro? I'm confused. What's a woke football channel? Do you get what I'm saying? But less up to each level. Listen, as I say, you lot tuning in every day is why I couldn't be arsed. I was tired. Not tired, but you know the ones you just feel like, I just go relax in my bed. It's a Sunday. Do you get what I mean? But no, I'm saying I have to keep the daily streams, I have to keep the daily content, I have to keep growing the channel. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subs. Baby Kante income, and big up to Ansar Kareem, brother. As I say, it's tiring sometimes. People think YouTube's an easy job. And obviously, I'm not even big time, but Trust me, it's not fucking easy. Trust me, it's not easy. It's not easy to just sit there and talk to... I mean, it is easy, but like everything, you get what I'm saying? You need to just do it. Don't burn out though, you need a break sometimes. But I had a break. Literally, July, pretty much, I went on holiday. When I hit 1,000 subs, I stopped the work rate. You get what I'm saying? I was barely doing my daily streams, and that's why I reckon if I carried on, I probably would have been about 1,600 subs by now. If I carried on doing it. But listen, I had a break. Now, it's back on the grind, bro. Fuck that. Do you get what I'm saying? And then the season starts, you got to keep the grinding concept. I had the break. The break's done. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, I'm trying to, as I said, this time next summer, no, by July next summer, by my 21st birthday, I want to be on 10k subs. In fact, I would even argue 12 or 13k, but I want to be on minimum 10k subs by my 21st birthday, which is in July the 17th. Isn't Indy the KFC guy? Yeah, apparently he is. But as I say, listen, honestly, you went to a Greek strip club. No, we didn't go to a strip club in the end, actually. Unfortunately not. I didn't get my lap dance, my birthday lap dance. Woke's football channel would be the Rainbow Fantasy FC. Never heard of him, brother. We could do with Amad Diallo playing further forward in their team. I agree. I wouldn't. But it's nice we got options though. If we need to put Mbeumo, give Mbeumo a rest, we can put Amad in the 10. If we can play Mbeumo up front and Sesko needs a rest, we can put Amad in the 10. We've got options. It's nice to have options. I think Amad's going to have a good season. I think Amad can play wing back. I think he can play in the 10. I think he's good enough to play anywhere, bro. This guy is a very, very good footballer. And as I say, yeah, I can see him getting 20 GA in the league this season. He should have got it last season, but unfortunately, Ten Hag put him on the bench at the start of the season, and then he was out for 3 or 4 months due to injury. How long until Xerxes back? That's what I don't know. I don't think he's going to be back for the Arsenal game, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying because I would have started him in the Arsenal game and then brought Sesko off the bench. But it looks like now we're going to potentially have to bring on Sesko. To start Sesko, which I wouldn't have done. I would have eased Sesko into the team, especially if his debut's going to be against Arsenal. But then again, Anthony's debut was against Arsenal, and Anthony bagged, so it could work. Hopefully, he bags and it doesn't go down as the same as Anthony, but it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? 18 likes already, by the way. Bless up to each and every one of you. Only live for 12 minutes. It's crazy. But I need to see. I need to see when Xerxes is back. I actually don't know. Hopefully it's soon, man. I start Cunha in the 9 versus Arsenal. I mean that's not a worse shout. Who would you play in the 10s then, bro? Who would you play in the 10s? Would you play Bruno in the left 10 and Mbeumo in the right 10? Personally, what I wouldn't mind doing, actually, obviously Amad's playing wing back, innit? Personally, what I wouldn't mind doing is maybe putting Mbeumo up top, Cunha in the left 10 and Amad in the right 10. I don't think that would have been. I don't think that's the worst idea. I think that's a decent idea, personally. But yeah, listen, we're going to talk about Rasmus Hojlund as well. As we just spoke about Carlos Baleba. But this Carlos Baleba deal will be absolutely groundbreaking. Rasmus Hojlund's being forced out of the football club. Being absolutely forced out of the football club. And I always stood on the notion that I feel like he was going to get forced out of the football club. I didn't know if we was ever going to get a deal for him. But I always stood on the notion that I thought he would get forced out of the football club. I mean, when people sit there moaning about... I understand Man United haven't moved the quickest in terms of sales and signings this summer. And Bremer took a bit too long. Sesko was quite quick. But I always stood on the notion that I felt like we was going to end up having a good summer. I felt like people were going to end up eating their words. And I stand on that. If we get Carlos Baleba, a lot of people are going to eat their words. Carlos Baleba, Benjamin Sesko, Brian Mbeumo and Mateus Cunha. 4 players in a window. Even if we don't get a goalkeeper, which I still do think we need. I stand on the fact I think we need a goalkeeper. It's a very, very good window. It's not a bad window at all. Not a bad window at all, in my personal opinion. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a 10 out of 10 window. I'd say it's a 10 out of 10 window if we get a goalkeeper. If we get a top quality goalkeeper, that's what I'd say it's a 9 out of 10 if we just get Baleba. Because I do think Onana's a bit stinky. Where is the... Oh, yes, Rasmus Hojlund. There's Ben Jacobs, isn't it? Josh. There you go. Understand links with wider the mark. No approach has been made yet. Saw that. I saw fucking Walper there in the group chat. Where is it? There you go. Rasmus Hojlund has now directly been told that he'll need to leave to gain minutes this season as considering his options. Exactly. Notice how now he can... Oh, 39 people inside, by the way. Hit the sub button. Oh, my days. 22 likes as well. Bless up. What the hell? The YouTube just fucking massively fucking put us on the algorithm. What the hell? Bless up to each and every one of you. Oh, my days. Right, hit the sub button, hit the like button. Sorry about that. Yeah, Rasmus Hojlund has now directly been told he'll need to gain minutes this season. And this is the key part, by the way. This is the key part. and is considering his options. Remember, all we've heard this summer is Rasmus wants to stay and fight for his place. We heard him say in interviews, and now it's changed to from the fact that he wanted to stay, dead start on staying, is now he's considering his options because Manchester United have told him, you're not going to play. We want you to leave. It's better for the football club. We need the money. We need you to go. You've been a flop signing. You've had 2 seasons in. You've not done much. You've not improved. In fact, you could argue he got worse. In his first season, he scored like 9 league goals and 5 Champions League goals. In his second season, he bagged 4 league goals. And I don't even know how many he bagged in the Europa League. I assume he bagged about 2 or 3 in the Europa League. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah. As I was saying, now, Manchester United prefer to sell, but have not ruled out a loan. The loan valuation's elite, by the way. The loan valuation for me is elite. €6 million loan fee, and then £40 million. Imagine we get that. We've made a profit on him. Oh, how have you made a profit on him, may you ask? Because we only owe €40 million or £40 million left in the transfer fee. So if we do sell him next summer for £40 million, we end up owing another €32 million. So we end up making an €8 million profit on that on the PSR books, and we make €6 million in the loan fee. So we end up making a profit in him on PSR books. But a lot of people won't understand how PSR works. So they sit there and go, net spend. Man United spent 72 million on him and they sold him for 40. They made a loss on him. No, on the books, we made a profit on him for the summer and however much we want to put it on. If we want to put it on that summer, etc., etc. A lot of these big YouTubers and these big people, they don't tell you that. They don't explain to you how PSR works. But I'm explaining. I'm not the most expert on PSR or finances, but I just know basic level knowledge that people need to understand. When people, as I say, people out here saying Manchester United have spent 200 million this summer after claiming they were broke, I've openly said it's not. We've actually spent 60 million and 20 million of it on Matheus Cunha was on last year's books. So we spent 20 million last season, and then this season we've actually spent 40 million on Brian Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko. But a lot of people don't want to say that. They don't want to use that logic because they're not educated enough. They don't want to educate themselves. 48 people inside, by the way. Oh my days. What on earth? Bless up to each and every single one of you guys. We're discussing Rasmus Hojlund and Carlos Baleba. Welcome to each and every single one of you. Mandem, please. I'm going to read some of the comments now. Mandem, please. We must get Baleba ASAP. Trust me, brother. If it's Donnarumma, we challenge for the league. Lol. Listen, let's not go too far. To be fair, if we got Donnarumma, we'd have a sick 4-2-3-1 team. We'd have the most 4-2-3-1 team ever. Donnarumma, Baleba. Yeah, right. Imagine this. Donnarumma, Mazraoui, Dalot at left back. Right. Dorgu's I actually rate Dorgu, but Dalot at left back. Everyone knows Dalot's cold at left back, bruv. Dalot's cold on right left back. It's when he goes as a wing back further forward, he's not that good. But inverting and shit, he's good. Centre backs, Lenny Yoro and Matheus de Ligt. Are you mad? That's, oh my days, colossus, bruv. Then in the DMs, you've got Mainoo and Baleba. That's like, look what Declan Rice and Mainoo were doing for England. Well, Declan Rice weren't really that good in the Euros, but do you get what I'm saying? Let's make it sound good. Bruno Fernandes in the 10, or you could put Ahmad in the 10. Matheus Cunha on the left, Brian Mbeumo or Ahmad on the right. And then up front, you've got Benjamin Sesko. In fact, you could put Mbeumo up top, and then you could put Ahmad in the right wing. You could do so many different things. It's such a nice base of a team to have, in my personal opinion. Let me know what you lot are thinking in the comments, though. Listen, everyone here that's new, right? Everyone here that's in. Rival fans, well. Where do you think Man United will finish if we landed if we landed Carlos Baleba and, let's say Donnarumma for now on. Let's say Donnarumma. Where do you think Man United will finish? Carlos Baleba and Donnarumma, where will we finish? Big up, mate. You okay? Big up to Adam, brother. We need a contract when we sign players. You have 2 years to make a difference, so you got to go. I don't think you could put that in a contract, but that is the standard that we should set. And that's the standard they set at Man City. When Omar Barada was at Man City, they said that they gave players 2 years, and if they don't deliver, saying that Man City's standards have arguably fallen off because Dorgu's had what? Actually, no, Dorgu's only had 2 years, but he's going to stay because they probably can't sell him. They spent 60 million on him. Grealish, he's only had really good 3 good months at Man City, and now out of like 4 years, and yeah, he's won a few league titles. Yeah, he's been decent for him, in the treble season, but really and truly, Grealish hasn't hit the hypes, and he's on 300k a week, and they spent 100 million on him. We'll take him at Barca for 30 million. What, Rasmus? Listen, be my guest, but I mean, I don't want them. I want 30 million cash. I don't want to fucking have a Klarna payment of over fucking 15 years of you paying it, mate. Because Barcelona FC, like you, love to do that. You guys have treated Rasmus poorly. Oh my gosh, 2nd or 3rd. Ooh, see, some United fans are being optimistic. I still wouldn't I still need to see how Amorim does of a whole course of season to put us anywhere near second and third, because you still got Man City and Liverpool for me. I think they're cemented top two. 104 million is too much for Baleba. He can be the future. Please take the Stegen from us. We don't want to Stegen, bruv. We don't want to Stegen, bruv. We don't want the German Onana. We don't want the German Onana. Do you get what I'm saying? Plus, I mean, I don't actually know what's going on with it. Some people have got mixed emotions. I see some Barca fans hating on to Stegen, and then some people are telling me that it's not actually the Stegen's fault. It's actually the football club's fault. So I don't really know what's going on with that thingy. 5th and 9th for me, top 7 max. What do you mean? Like, top 7 is the 7th is the highest finish, or 7th is the lowest finish? What do you mean, brother? Rashford gone at Hojlund gone in one window, incredible. Yeah, I mean, Rashford will be back. I tell you now, Rashford will be back. Rashford's not going to go to Barcelona permanently. They're not going to buy him permanently. Rashford will be back next season. I promise you that now. Rashford will be back. But, however, for now, we're saving 15 million a year on his wages, which is good for us. That's a decent bit of money to save. People complaining about Hojlund. Need to remember Welbeck has done more in the United shirt. We let him go. Yeah, bro, forget Welbeck. So many people have done more than Rasmus Hojlund, bruv. What has Rasmus Hojlund done in a Man United shirt? What has he done? Hernandez did more in a Man United shirt. We loaned him to Real Madrid. Do you get what I'm saying? Cavani did more in a Man United shirt. Cavani did more. Cavani scored in the fucking European... Alright, we lost, but he scored in the European final. Cavani did more than him. We let Cavani go. Ronaldo was doing more than him. And we terminated Ronaldo's contract. 7th at the minimum, you should finish. Oh, alright, cool. Let's read some of these comments, though. Should we sign Sen Lemons from Antwerp to replace Andre Onana? I would rather prefer to get a proven goalkeeper. Like, if we could get Donnarumma, but I would like to see his wages. And if we could get or Emi Martinez. Emi Martinez is always my number one for goalkeeper. Always been my number one this summer for goalkeeper. If we could land him, I would personally be very, very, very happy. Big up to Wesley. Man, Hojlund is young. Yeah, he is quite young, but he's shit. So I respectfully disagree about Marcus. What do you disagree with, brother? What do you disagree with, Jordan, brother? 46 people inside is crazy, brother. We can get to 30 likes. 2 days left till New York. What do you mean? If we could get these likes to 30 likes, because the like goal was actually 20 likes, but I mean, we've absolutely smashed it. 28 likes and we're only 22 minutes in, so 2 likes off, we can get to 30 likes. And also, the subscribe goal is 1,280 subscribers, and we are 2 subscribers off. So if you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button. That it's just free, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to. Well, obviously, I'd like to prefer if you turn on the post notifications as well and come back to the channel. But listen, do you know what I'm saying? Go to New York on Tuesday. Who? I think he's staying at Barcelona. Oh, who? You're going to New York on Tuesday. Oh, good luck, brother. You think he's staying at Barcelona? Jordan, I don't think he will, bro. Barcelona are broke, bruv. They're broke FC. They're broke Colonna FC. Are they going to pay the 26 million for Marcus Rashford? I don't see it. I genuinely do not see them paying 26 million for Marcus Rashford. Especially next summer, if Alexander Isak is available, I can see them going for Alexander Isak. But even then, they're going to have a bit of wages, to be fair, freed up, because next summer, Lewandowski leaves. He's on 600k a week. They're still paying off Leo Messi's contract this year. They're still paying Leo Messi's wages. Do you get what I'm saying? They're broke Colonna. Mine is in the Ballon d'Or runnings. Also, Rice, man. United may have itchy balls because it's so dead. What are you talking about? I have been bricked since yesterday. Where is your striker done? Mid. I mean, listen, my striker isn't as good as Gyökeres. I've never said he is, so don't... Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Fair play. Gyökeres scored his first goal. Big up to Niche fan. Are we on 30 likes? We're one like off. Do you want Casado if your clothes was cheap? I've already said, DM, I like Casado. I actually like Casado. I think he's a decent player. I think he's a good player in the Premier League as well. I think he's a very decent player. I prefer Baleba. But I wouldn't mind getting both. Not this summer, I don't think we can get, but I wouldn't mind Casado. I think he's a decent player. Barcelona won about 30 million for him. I said before, when it was an I said I'd take Casado. I think he's a decent player. Genuinely, I think he's a decent player. I watched him in the El Clasico. He's a decent player. Very composed on the ball. I like Fermin Lopez as well. I don't want Fermin Lopez. I don't think we need Fermin Lopez. But I like Fermin Lopez. I think Fermin Lopez is a decent player as well. Do you get what I'm saying? I think Barcelona have got some decent players that they're trying to sell. Casado and Fermin Lopez are not bad. Maybe you lot have watched him more than me. Because I see a lot of Barca fans, they don't particularly like Fermin Lopez. So maybe because you lot have watched him more than me, maybe he's inconsistent, etc., etc. But when I have watched Fermin Lopez, I've very much highly rated him as a footballer. Depends on the season. Rashford and Barca, if they win the UCL, they'll funds. Even if they win the UCL, though, I still don't know if they'll buy Rashford. He's on 300. But I mean, to be fair, he'll lower his wages to like 200k a week to go Barca. I do understand that. But Yeah, you're right. We'll have to wait and see. Me personally, I don't think they're going to win the UCL, and I also just don't think, bro, they're still in debt. They're still paying, as I said, they're still paying off Messi's wages this season. You know what I'm saying? Their Lewandowski's on 600k a week. Yes, they'll free up some funds next summer, but in my personal opinion, bro Kelowna are bro Kelowna, bro. So I'd be very shocked. Wagwan missed the touchline. Big up to Donna Maria Cullen. Oh, you put your mid name in now. I'd take right wing depth if we can get a goalkeeper in centre mid. I'd also sell Dallo if we could. I feel like Dallo is staying though, not for footballing reasons. And I tell you what, Dallo is at the club because Amorim likes him and he brings a good positive energy to the dressing room. Do you get? So Dallo's probably a figure in the dressing room that a lot of people like. Dallo was very good friends with Ronaldo, very good friends with Bruno. Obviously, there's Portuguese teammates. Dallo is probably someone in the dressing room that is very, 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 very likable. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like it's good to have that, especially when we're known for having a toxic environment in the dressing room, to have more options and more players that are not toxic. Do you get what I'm saying? Someone that, like Dallo, I believe, he brings a certain, he brings a happy sort of vibe to the dressing room. Casado will get pushed around, he lacks physicality. Yeah, I understand he's still young, he's still developing his physicality, but yeah, I think he's a decent player. I feel like you could develop him very easily. Develop him. I wouldn't be surprised if Brighton took a punt on Casado. Do you know what I'm saying? Barca paid big wages, Jamal's on 290k a week. That's crazy, by the way. That's crazy. I understand that the season he's just had and the level of footballer, but to put an 18-year-old, a newly turned 18-year-old on 290k a week, crazy. I'd have put him on about 150, personally. We have to get Baleba now because Real Madrid could use Camavinga in the sixth. Baleba. Real Madrid are not signing anyone else this summer, brother. Niche fan. They're not signing anyone else this summer. We don't have to worry about Real Madrid. They're not signing anyone, especially 100 million. They'll go, if they're going to go for anyone in the midfield next summer, it'll be Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez could be a Real Madrid player next summer if they cough up the funds and want to push for a midfielder next summer. I don't think we have to worry about Baleba going Real Madrid. I think if we anything, we have to worry about Baleba potentially going Man City maybe next summer. Potentially Liverpool could potentially go in for him. Even Chelsea, if Lavia doesn't have a good season this season, has another individual season, potentially they could go for it. But make sure you lot are hitting the sub button away. 51 people. This stream's popping off, man. 35 likes. Bless up to each and every single one of you. Fermin Lopez and Gavi have their GFs publicly fighting. Here's Garnacho and steroids with the antics. Oh, I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. I don't know about Barcelona news, I'll be real. Touchline, just admit that Arsenal are better than at this point in time, and I'll stop rushing you or not. Yeah, I agree. Arsenal. I've never once said Arsenal are not better than Man United in the current day. It's obvious. We finished 15th, you finished 2nd. The season before that, we finished 8th, you finished 2nd. Do you get what I'm saying? Mr. Touchline, are you wearing the real Lacoste? Of course it's real, bruv. They're not like fucking £1,000 t-shirt. It's about 80 quid from Sports Direct. Probably, and you can probably get them for about 60 quid on offer. Do you get what I'm saying? If we get Baleba and Adam Warren, oh my God, that would be elite. That would be elite, but I don't think we can get both, firstly. And listen, I'm happy if we get Baleba and play him in a pivot with Mainoo. I'm happy with that. I think that's a quality pivot. I think they could both develop with each other. I think they both complement each other. Yeah, I genuinely think it's a decent pivot. I'm really excited if we can get Baleba. 52 people inside. Loan us Mainoo. Listen, I wouldn't loan you Mainoo. I wouldn't sell you Mainoo because Mainoo's a player for me. Man United should be developing and should be building around. Do you get what I'm saying? He didn't have a great season last year. He had good games, but he didn't have a great season. People were overdone it. I feel like when Amorim came in, he sort of fell off. He actually started the season off decently, right? His game against Crystal Palace, he was very good. Him and Ericsson were bossing that midfield. It's not his fault that Xerxes and Bruno couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, and Garnacho hit the bar and missed 2 1-on-1s. His build-up was very, very good, right? And then you go on to, like, for example, the season before. It's easy to forget when you do recency bias. Kobbie Mainoo at 18 years old scores the winner in an FA Cup final against the best team arguably in the world at the time, but definitely in England because they've just won 4 in a row. He absolutely bossed the Ballon d'Or winner, Rodri, dog-walked him in an FA Cup final at 18 years of age. It's easy to forget this. And he's a fucking Stockport Man United fan, bruv. There's a picture of him with sunglasses on, a sunbed. Not sunbed. Yeah, it might be a sunbed. Is it sunbed? I don't fucking know what you call it. Yeah? Sunbathing with a Man United top on of 08-09. I think it's either 08-09 or 07-08. One of them. Do you get what I'm saying? It's easy to forget that, bruv. We can never forget that, yeah? He is destined for greatness at this football club, and we must build around him. Do you get what I'm saying? Touchline, Mr. Touchline, you, just some feedback. You speak very fast on stream. Sometimes take a breather as you share some touchline facts. My bad. I do speak a bit quick. I do. I'm not going to lie. What is Mainoo's best position? No one knows. I think it's in the pivot. next to a Baleba type midfielder, next to an all-action midfielder. You know what I'm saying? 48 people in the sub, but we hit 1,280 subs, so that's blessed. Make sure you hit the sub. If we can hit 1,290 by the end of the day, that would be wonderful. Make sure you hit the sub button though, people. Keep getting the subscribe button up. Turn post notifications on so you don't miss a stream. I'm doing daily streams at this moment in time. You don't miss a video, etc., etc. Touchline, don't I read that one. Bring Brighton, Collier back and someone else. Yeah, wasn't Collier at Brighton? In my opinion, Mainoo has been mishandled by Amarin. Give him time. People were crying for him. Januzaj to stay. Yeah, I agree. I don't think he suits the current team. I don't think you could play Mainoo with Ugarte. I don't think that works. Personally, I stand on that. I don't think Mainoo and Ugarte works. And if you was to ask me, brother, would you choose Mainoo or would you choose Ugarte? It would be Mainoo every single day of the week because Mainoo is actually a good footballer and Ugarte is shit. Mr. Wesley, please refer to me as they slash... Oh, my gosh. Barry Mainoo with Kimmage next to him. Very good mix. Mainoo would cook at Bayern, bruv, in that league and with your team. Yeah, he would. But why would we sell him? I already said this to Liam. I remember saying this to Liam. I said, you lot, Mainoo would be good for you lot, bruv. You could put Kimmage at right back then instead of playing Lemaire at right back. Do you get what I'm saying? He would cook for you guys. But I'm not selling him to you. I wouldn't sell him to anyone. Ever been America? No, I haven't. I've never been anywhere near America. I've never actually been to any South American countries, North American countries, and the United States of America. I've actually never been. Yeah, I'd like to go, but one day, hopefully. God willing and all. But, yeah, at the moment in time, I've never been to America. Yeah. I hope. I've only ever been to, the countries I've been to Egypt. I've been to Turkey like 10 times. I've been to Spain, obviously. I've been to Greece now. And there might be one more I've been to. But yeah, I've been to a lot of these countries like numerous times. Mr. Touchdown, if I sponsor a trip for you to America, will you go? Sponsor? What do you mean sponsor, brother? Nah, Lemaire, these past few months has been one of our better players in my opinion. Yeah, because you're shit, bruv. No offence. I mean, we're arse. Don't get me wrong. We are arse. But you are also, like, Bayern Munich are having a massive fall off, bro. Everyone talks about judging a player with the eye test, but what's a good site that shows a player's stats? I always use eye test first, and then stats second, but they have to have good stats. No, depending on the player, of course. But I also don't just look at the stats and say that is it, because I also look at the type of goals, which is eye test, and the moment of goals. For example, Kobbie Mainoo's goal in the FA Cup final is worth more than any other goal Harry Kane's ever scored in his life. Oh, he won the Bundesliga title. I couldn't care less. He won a fucking dinner plate. Well done. Yeah? Kobbie Mainoo's goal is worth more than any goal Harry Kane's ever scored in his life. That one goal for Kobbie Mainoo is worth more... let me rephrase that. That one goal for Kobbie Mainoo is worth more than any goal Harry Kane scored for Tottenham. Any goal. Yeah? Any goal Harry Kane scored for Tottenham. Right? But Harry Kane scored 200 goals for Tottenham and that goal only counts as one. Do you get what I'm saying? If you score a winner in a World Cup final and you score a goal at Nottingham Forest at home in a 3-0 win, what's more important? They both go down as one goal on a stat sheet, but the World Cup final goal is more important, that's why I don't think it. FB Brief you can use. Is that like a stat site? Big up to Lee, brother. He's a Newcastle fan. He showed his face. I haven't seen Newcastle for life in a while, bruv. Since that Sesko news thing. I just want to know. Lee isn't one that talks shit, by the way. So don't get on him that much, chat. Newcastle for life is the one that talks shit. Dinner plate, find some shame called... I don't know how you say that. Bless up, bro. I'm joking. I'm trolling. I'm trolling. But listen, I just don't like Harry Kane. Everyone knows I've got an agenda against Harry Kane. So, well, not even an agenda. I just don't like the guy. Cooler, not the point. Goes to show you a serious man. It's only $1. I will pay for your tickets. Start by sending super chats. Also, I seen you say, Inshallah, Chelsea win the league. Yeah, I did say that. I remember saying that. Yasser was the one that jumped in the video. I remember that. I said, yeah, this is when they beat... I'll explain it, because Yasser tried to fucking send for me. Yeah? Right? Let me explain. Yeah, you got... I'll get on to that, Lee. 1 second. What happened was, right, Yasser... Right, Chelsea beat Spurs... And I believe it was Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. I think Chelsea were like a game or two away from the top of the league. So I was like, I'm going to pick the better of... And I don't even see Chelsea as an evil club. Because to me, if Chelsea win the league, I actually not that bothered. I'd obviously prefer to win the league myself. But if there was one of the big six I would prefer to win the league, is Chelsea. One, because they're not our rivals like that. I mean, they've got a bit of a rivalry, but not a rivals like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Two, because they're, as I say, they're lesser rivals than Arsenal, Liverpool, and City, and even Tottenham. I don't care. Tottenham aren't an evil to me, but the reason why Tottenham is their fans are delusional without the league title. Do you get? Yeah, Dave, I'm explaining Tottenham. Their fans are delusional without. Chelsea fans are probably the least delusional in the big six, I would personally say. So I'd rather them win the league. That's why I was saying it, and I was like, yeah. Do you get what I mean? YouTube take 30% from them. I would send him direct tickets. Yeah, YouTube actually take more than 30%, I'm pretty sure. Bro, if you donate a £10, right, on an iPhone, I believe YouTube take, I imagine Apple take like 15% and YouTube take another 40% or something like that. Crazy. You only get about £4 of it. Which, it's mad. Like, I don't even get half of the money someone's donated to me. Do you get what I'm saying? Crazy, innit? But big up to Donna. He sent, I believe that is like 50p. Bless up to you, bro. Mr. Touchline, my love for you is sincere and genuine. Thank you, Donna Kulan. And he's a membership. Listen, if you want to join the memberships, I haven't got the link in, but I do need to start putting it in again. Listen, bless up to everyone. We finally got a player in. Like, yeah, I saw that. You signed that AC Milan centre-back. I mean, listen, I don't understand why Newcastle... Why is no one trying to get Mark Gahey? Or they are trying to get him, but no one's really trying to pay the money that they want for him. Is a bit crazy to me, in my humble opinion. But listen, yeah. I don't watch him. I'm not going to lie, Lee. I've never watched the guy, so I can't pretend I know about him. But, I mean, he's got the starter pack. French, light-skinned centre-back. It bangs. Trust me, it bangs. Euro, Saliba, Varane is just free at the top of my head straight away. Trust me, it bangs. He's got the starter pack. So, in my personal opinion, I would not be surprised if he's actually a very good player. Maybe you overpaid for him. I think they wanted like 20 million at the start of the window, and now you got him for about 30, 40 million. I think it's 40 million euros. But at the end of the day, when you're desperate, you're desperate. You needed a centre-back. Botman's too injury-prone. Do you get what I'm saying, etc. So, I feel like, yeah, it's not a bad signing for you guys, I'll be honest. Not a bad signing at all, in my humble opinion. He's German. Oh, he's German. I thought he was French. I thought his name was French. Oh, never mind. He's German. Never mind. Still, yeah, I mean, light-skinned centre-backs, bro, they bang, bro. They bang. Do you get what I'm saying? Either way, yeah. What academy did he play in? Does anyone know? What academy did he come from? Baleba won't go United, bro. I have a feeling you lot are being used by Baleba's agent to negotiate a bigger contract. No, I wouldn't say that, because if we're being used, maybe you could say that, but I think we've approached him. But also, I would say bigger contract. He's at Brighton, bro. They're not going to offer him massive wages, is he? He's German. He's not going to offer. They're not going to offer him like 100 and even 100k a week. They'll probably offer him 80k max. Big up to Donna. Today you're looking more handsome than usual. Oh my. Alright, right. Listen, Donna, you're doing too much now. Donna, you're doing too much. Right. Donna, listen. Thanks for the super chats. Honestly, God bless you, bro. Thanks for the super chats. But listen, let's not go too zesty. Do you get what I'm saying? 41 likes, by the way, is absolutely lit. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you're turning on post notifications on. Make sure you're smashing the like button. We're gonna go live for an hour, so about 22 more minutes minimum. Do you get what I'm saying? But listen, this has been a lit stream so far. Big up to each and every single one of you. Wesley, Ozzy, Lee, Ansar, Donna, Dave, DM, every single one of you that's liked, subscribed, commented. Just any interaction you possibly can do, it just helps. You get what I'm saying? It would boost the channel. You know, if you smash the like button up, as I say, it massively helps the thingy. Respect the last super chat. Respect the viewer. Listen, I respect the super chat, but I'm not reading that out loud because that is just crazy. Donna is a girl. How is that? Donna is not a girl. Donna is not a girl. Touchline, Donna is on you. Brighton can't give him 150k a week. Yeah, I can imagine. If United gave him 120k a week, bro, that is 10 times his current wage. He's on 12k a week at Brighton, bro. That is 10 times his current wage. I'm a girl. Life accusing. But listen. Yeah, we was talking about that Newcastle new centre-back that they've signed. Yeah, they finally got a player on the line. I don't know what's going on with Visa. I always said that Visa he went to Leverkusen. That was his academy. I always stood on the notion that I felt like you were going to get Visa. I always thought Visa would be open to join you, and I think Visa is pushing a move to go to your club. But all banter aside, yeah, I think everyone that knows us, I think Isak stays, and I think Isak is going to stay, and I think he's going to be playing for Newcastle when it is. I think if there's going to be a breaking news soon that Isak's going to stay at Newcastle, I don't think he leaves. Personally, I don't think he leaves after the season starts. I always thought that was the deadline, and I think they keep him. I don't think they can get a replacement. Visa's a replacement for Wilson, unless they can get an upcoming quality striker for big money. I don't see them selling Isak, and Sesko was the last one really, unless you're going to count Jackson. But I don't think you're going to sell you're going to buy Jackson to sell Isak. I don't think you're going to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? You got a stalker, like, no, bro, just read it. It's a great sacrifice. You don't have to agree with it. I feel like coming over and giving you a hickey. It says Donna Coolan, who's a member, and she donated 50p. Listen, Donna, God bless you for the super chats, brother. God bless you for the super chats. I don't know as a girl. Respect the last super chat. Thanks for the 40p, Donna. Yeah, thanks for the 40p, Donna. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Bless up to you, brother. I mean, YouTube, as I say, YouTube are going to take about fucking however much of that. Oh, she's done it even more. Mr. Touchdown, can you unbutton one more and show off? Sorry to break it. Oh, no, never mind there. But no. That's too far. I thought they were both undone, but they're not. That's too far, bruv. Listen, right, let's back to football chat now. Back to football chat. Donna, thank you for the super chats, but listen, none of that zesty stuff. What the heck, lol. 37 people inside. Listen, Rasmus Hojlund. We're going to go back onto the topic of him being forced out of the football club. Man United are absolutely... If we can pull this off, I think we've upped our price about 3 times. If we could pull this off, honestly, genuinely, it will be a highest of a century, bruv. Highest of the century. Let me just scroll down. Hold on, what's it? There you go. AC Milan, listen, this is it. AC Milan have started discussing via intermediaries numbers of Rasmus Hojlund deal. Understand these are the details. €6 million loan fee, €45 million buy option clause, salary covered. No green light to exit from the player yet, as Hojlund insists on staying even after 0 minutes today. Yeah, and then look at this. Before, actually, I probably meant to find it. The asking price was actually €40 million. Now it's up to €45 million. So we believe we can get even more money. What's this Grealish news, by the way? What's this Grealish and Everton? Everton keep advancing in talk for Jack Grealish's priority target. The players open the doors to the move and negotiations are underway. Everton and Man City discussing terms of loan deal, as Paul Joyce reports. Oh, Faz. I want to see. Listen, I don't think that'd be good. I don't know why Everton are trying to get that deal done. Grealish is washed, in my personal opinion. But yeah, listen, we've upped our price now on Rasmus Hojlund, and we believe we can get an extra 5-10 million of it, and that's smart for us. If we can end up putting this off and getting a €6 million loan fee, we end up making a profit in him on our books. It ends up being an half-decent sale. We end up recouping some money that we spent, which we massively overpaid for. As we know, we massively overpaid for Rasmus Hojlund. So yeah, it's actually very, very smart for Manchester United. It's actually very, very good. I mean, if Newcastle, listen, I know I heard they want a talented next and up-and-coming striker to replace Alexander Isak. If Newcastle want him, €50 million, and €50 million, about £45 million, he's yours, brother. He's on a low wage. He'll be happy to stay in the Prem. We'll put a nice sell-on clause in it. In fact, we could put a buyback clause and a sell-on clause. Do you get what I'm saying? Apparently, we're looking at Sammy from Porto. Yeah, but I don't think that's actually... No, that is true. Yeah, that is true. But I don't think he's going to go Newcastle. Personally, I don't think Sammy's going to go Newcastle. He's massive. He's playing against us. He's massive. He's bulky. He played against, I think he scored twice, but I don't ever watched enough of him to know about him. But Don was hyping him up. But Don hypes everyone up that's gassed up about Chelsea. We're looking at Sammy Brown just under the button, man. It's not like you have tits to do it, man. Bruv, it's not that I have tits, but it just showed my... Nah, bruv. It's just because a man is asking me to undo my button. That is zesty, bruv. Mikel Arteta wants the tunnel cover removed at Arsenal Stadium so the roar of the crowd will intimidate opponents more. Right now the sound gets muffled. Do you get what I'm saying? Is he playing the speakers again? That one. Apparently it's done and Brentford won't let him go till the replacement is in. Oh, fairs. That may or may not be true. That sounds pretty realistic, actually. That does sound pretty realistic, so wouldn't be surprised if that is true and you lot get him. Listen, I always stood on the notion I feel like Visa was going to end up at Newcastle. Any other Man United scary vid, that will come. I feel like I could do better. I done a video. I felt like I could do better. I can't lie. I was sitting there going, I could do better than that. We're going to do a Man United scary video soon. Whether it comes, maybe before the season starts, maybe when we beat Arsenal, I don't know. Or if we beat Arsenal, should I say? Maybe when we get Baleba, maybe when we get a goalkeeper. I don't know. We're going to do it, though. We're definitely going to land Man United a scary video at least once more at the start. Hojlund off, probably done Dilson. Yeah, brother, we just spoke about it. He's being forced out. I always had a notion that I felt like he was going to get forced out. I don't know. And we've upped our price. We wanted 40 million euros. Now we want 45 million euros. And if we get a loan fee, it's 6 million loan fee. Which, by the way, Red Devil United, as I say, bro, it's a profit. People are not going to realise that because they're dumb and they think net spend exists. It's actually a profit. We owe £40 million, I believe, left in the £40 million left in the Rasmus Hojlund deal. If we sell him for 6 million loan fee this summer, then next summer it's £32 million we owe left. If then we sell him for 40 million, we actually make a profit on him, 8 million that summer because we only owe 32 million and we've sold him for 40 million. Do you get what I'm saying? Competition just makes them better. Now we have one striker. We have Xerxes. We have Xerxes, brother. I don't think Rasmus Hojlund's competition, bro, but respect. Even then, we can play Cunha up top. We can play Mainoo up top. We can play a lot of players up top, in my personal opinion. I'm not happy with this because we need a competition. What do you think about the club forcing Rasmus out? I think it's good, brother. I think we need to get rid of him. So now Amarim puts all the pressure on Sesko. This is why I would start Xerxes up top against Arsenal, but he's injured. We are going for Sammy. Yeah, you're going for Sammy, but I don't know if he's going to leave. Your touchline, Don has me dying, got drained last night, Simon. Oh, my days. Listen, by the way, we're 4 likes off 50 likes. If you lot could hit the like button and get to 50 likes, this stream's been absolutely blown up. 42 people. We had like 60 people watching at one point with no redirects. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. Please do. We're going to try and get to 1,290 now by the end of the day. We are 7 off that. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a lit stream, bruv. Rasmus isn't good enough for the bench. Exactly, Rasmus isn't good enough for the bench. He isn't a good enough bench striker. If anything, as I said, I would start Xerxes and put Sesko on the bench. I think Sesko could be effective off the bench. I think Sesko, you ease him in, you develop him by getting his confidence up off the bench type thing. Playing him 20 minutes here. Imagine you have Xerxes. I always do this notion. Imagine you have a striker like Xerxes against Arsenal. The whole game, he's doing link-ups. Cunha and Mainoo are running off him, etc., etc. And he's doing little touches, dropping deep, nutmegging Saliba like he done. And then in the last 20-25 minutes, you've got this lightning quick striker in Sesko who just runs at you, keeps running. Strong, powerful, physical, etc. Good ball striking, a completely different option. Do you know what I'm saying? Completely different option. Rasmus isn't like that. Rasmus is not good enough for the bench. Just one more button touchline. Bro, oh, my days. Watch the Liverpool game on stream. We'll do numbers. No, I don't think it will. I don't really want to watch that game. I'll watch it. I mean, might watch it, but I can't be asked to watch them, bro. Especially it's in an hour and I'm doing this stream. And I need to go. I'm going to go and do some things. I'm going to go jump in the bath. I'm going to have a run, jump in the bath, etc. Yeah, I'm saying just have a chill bit. I'm going to be live later on. I'm going to be live maybe like 5:30 UK time, something like that. Definitely going to be live again. Do a video as well today. So I'll be live for two streams today. Is this guy really serious saying we should start Xerxes? Yeah, I think we should start Xerxes. I'm not Xerxes. I'm not one of those Xerxes, like one of Xerxes' biggest fans. But I'm saying it's the option of starting Xerxes as the link-up guy. And then you bring on Sesko last 20-25 minutes. Brother, unbuttoning the shirt as a man is not deep. Bruv, if these lot want me to unbutton the shirt so bad... It's got one more button, and this fucking button gets stuck. There we go. I don't understand it. Got a spot there at the front. Push the likes. Yeah, if we're on 50 likes, we can get 50 likes. That's crazy. 47 likes, 3 likes off. Yeah, Donna, he said jump in the bath. What do you mean? Just one more button. Jump in the bath. Yeah, I'm confused. What? Those hate watches farm growth necessary for build. It's not really a hate watch though. I mean, it is hate watch because I would obviously want Liverpool to lose, but personally, I genuinely couldn't care if they lift the Community Shield. If they, actually, I would love them to win. No, I wouldn't love them, but I would like them to win the Community Shield and flex it, so then I can say, well, I've got 21 now, so what? Have I got more trophies than you, or does the Community Shield not count? But yeah, I agree. Is this guy really serious? And we should start Xerxes because Mount and Mainoo are ahead of Xerxes for 10. Yeah, Mount maybe, but Mainoo I think is going to play in the 8 and the 6. He's going to play in the midfield and the pivot. Alvaro Morata to Como, here we go. Deal agree with Galatasaray for fee closest to 5 million euros as compensation to break the loan. Bro, I swear this Alvaro Morata guy, yeah, must be the most generated sale of a player ever. Because the amount of 50-60 million deals he's done, he must have been worth about 300 million in his career. Just do it, man. We are here for the unprecedented viewership. What time is the Liverpool game? 3 p.m. though. It's in an hour. Is it in an hour? It might be 4. It may be 4:30 actually because it's a Sunday. But it may be, I think it's 3 p.m. Let me just check, brother. Yeah, it's 3 p.m. I checked it. Yeah, 3 p.m. starts in less than an hour. Lineups are out. Alisson, Frimpong, Kanate, Van Dijk, Kirkes, Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai. Yeah. By the way, I think Palace are winning. By the way, that midfield stinks. Curtis Jones and Szoboszlai. Wirtz, Gakpo, Salah, Ekitike. But that front line, fuck me, that's scary, bruv. Oh my days, that front four is ridiculous. Their bench. What's going on with McAllister's on the bench and Gravenberg's injured, isn't he? Is Gravenberg injured? I heard Gravenberg was injured. And then Henderson, Richards, Lacroix. It's basically the exact same style. Yeah, Crystal Palace have started the exact. Crystal Palace signed a player. It's on ITV1. Oh fucking hell! It's free to watch. Has Crystal Palace signed a player this summer? Because I know they were close to signing Diamande, but they haven't signed him, and he played for Sporting last night. I don't know what's gone on with that. Have they not signed anyone this summer? Not signed anyone this summer. I don't think they have. Maybe they have. Maybe I just don't know about it. But yeah, they were close to signing Diamande. You know, the guy that played for Sporting under Amarin, that United fans were saying we should sign. Yeah, if I was a dog breeder, I would love to have the name Mason Mount. I'm confused. Neymar, surely. No, because Neymar's only ever had 2 transfers, 240. And I already said this before, by the way. Neymar technically, this is true. Neymar actually went for free to PSG, to Barca. PSG didn't pay Barca 200 million for Neymar. They actually didn't. I'll tell you why. He had a £200 million release or buyout clause in his contract. He became an ambassador of Qatar and bought his own contract out and then went to Barca. PSG did not actually pay 200 million. He paid 200 million to Barca. Do you get what I'm saying? And then they spend it on fucking Coutinho, Dembele, and Griezmann, all flops. And they spent about 350 million on those 3. Mr. Touchline, your stream rating has gone up since you unbuttoned it. Cheers, mate. Hojlund doesn't need to be forced out of United. He has helped to understand what it means for him in his career. He's got so much potential. Has he got potential, though, bro? What do you see in him for the potential, in my personal opinion? Because I don't see it, bro. I'll be real. I don't see the potential, in my humble opinion. I've seen enough. I mean, he got worse. He had a better first season than he had second season. He scored, 9 league goals, 5 Champions League goals. And in the second season, scored 4 league goals and I think maybe 2 or 3 Europa League goals, I think. For me, I don't see it. And he may have potential. I think he can cook in the Serie A. I think he could do well in the Serie A. But I think in the Premier League, for Manchester United, for me, I think the best option for Man United is to just recoup some money. Mr. Touchline, do you have any black chains you would wear that? It would suit you? No, I don't have any chains, brother. I'm going to get a chain one day. I was thinking about getting, them crosses. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking about getting. Expand it, bro. The Neymar story, I didn't know more. That type of that story is expanded. That's all I know. I just know that that he became an ambassador of Qatar and bought his own contract out. But then it says that PSG, he's the most expensive transfer ever. And he technically is. But it's like PSG didn't actually pay thingy. Because Qatar owned PSG. So he bought his own contract out. And now every time he scores a goal and all that, he gets a hotel in Qatar, etc., etc. It's like, yeah, it's actually true, which is crazy. Big up Touchline, first time on your channel, bro. Let's get this stream to 150 likes. I don't think we can get 150 likes, but how many likes are we on? We can get to 50 likes. Let's get to 50 likes. We're on one like off. And also, Mr. Touchline, which journalist has reported that Baleba agreed personal terms with Man United? The same journalist that broke the news, brother. Let me get it up for you, bro. The one that broke it first, the guy that Ornstein credited, this guy, he's the one that first broke it. I think I could be wrong. I don't know, maybe, is he not the Cameroonian journalist? That might be someone else. Firstly, a big shout out to the reporter who reached out with this exclusive. Baleba wants out, personal terms agreed. By the way, the main reason why I believe this is because, is because Baleba is on 12 grand a week at Brighton. And in UK, that's like, what, you get about 8k of that a week. Imagine Man United come along and just say, mate, do you want 120 grand a week? Of course he's going to accept it. We're a bigger and better football club in Brighton. Not even comparable, of course. All right, they finished above us last season, but let's behave. Why wouldn't he accept it? Do you get what I'm saying? I've never thought personal terms would ever be an issue. And yeah, Carlos Baleba has made his intentions clear. He's verbally asked Brighton to let him move to Man United. And if it gets even more interesting because Baleba's agent has given the thumbs up, On the personal terms, if Brighton agrees to let him go this summer, Brighton at the moment have not nudged from their £100 million valuation on the player, which I actually think it's like 10 million more than what he's probably worth, 10, 15 million more than worth. Personal terms is the easy bit. Brighton, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Personal terms is the easy bit. That's what I've never thought personal terms wouldn't be easy for us. I'll be real. He's on fucking 12 grand a week. What the wages we agreed to touch on. It doesn't say, brother. It doesn't say. It doesn't say, brother. It actually doesn't say. I think we're going to offer him 120. I personally think we'll offer him 120. Maybe 100. But as I say, he's on fucking peanuts, that fucking Brian. Like 12 grand a week for a Premier League footballer starting. That's you value at 100 million. Crazy. Do you get what I'm saying? Nice shirt, bro. You wearing? Hardly see British people wear that. Yeah, I mean, is it? It's not lactose, is it? It might be called lactose. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really like it myself, but I just put it on. Yeah, it's a nice shirt, decent shirt, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It makes me look a bit hencher than I am. So look, it makes me look a bit hencher. Look, I look a bit hench now, don't I? Do you get what I'm saying? How did that happen? How would that be? He wouldn't have known to do that in his own name. Like no, they would have told him. They would have told. I think it was. I'm sure it was obviously completely legal. They would have told him, brother. They would have told him. They would have told him that we. I mean, PSG probably couldn't even pay 200 million, brother. Do you get what I'm saying? They would have told him. They would have said, look. He would have probably said, look, I've got a buyout clause. What's your buyout clause? Because obviously, I think in Spain, they all have release clauses. Like Jordi Alba had £1 billion release clause or €1 billion release clause. They've all got release clauses in Spain. So they would have probably spoke and negotiated. His agent would have said, his agent's his dad, innit? I think his dad's played a part in ruining his career, by the way, personally. Right? Yeah, and it looks even better. Oh my gosh. Touch on, I bet all the ladies... Oh, you got the ladies now, you start on YouTube. Not yet, brother. You can't tell them when you're in 1,000 subs. Maybe when you're on 100k subs. Do you get what I'm saying? You can say, like, you can walk around and say, mate, I'm touchline, mate. I've got 100k subs on YouTube, mate. What are you doing? Do you know what I'm saying? By the way, yeah. Have you lot seen, right now, I don't know if you lot seen, this is just life. Have you lot seen that video, them clips of them girls rating Angry Ginge and that other guy, I don't know his name, Chazza, I think he is. I think he's a United fan. I think they're both United fans. Chazza. And they're all sitting there calling him ugly and shit like that. I think that was fucking disgraceful, bruv. And they're not even fucking, they're meaty things as well, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if you lot have seen that video, but anyway, that just come across my mind. But yeah, as I was saying, listen, Hojlund wasn't paired with the best front players. Garnacho, Steve with the ball. Fair argument. This United is a different setup with a different manager. That's a great mentality change. He can be better. I do think he can be better than what we've shown. But I do agree with you that he wasn't paired with... I don't rate Garnacho or Hojlund. So I think they're both crap. But I do understand. I do think that's a fair argument. But I think he's just broken at United, bro, for me. I think it's the best thing to do is just recoup money and spend it on Baleba or someone else. Now he's been a bit about showing a bit. Yeah, no, it's because I've got a spot there, bro. Hold on, look. I've got a spot there, bro. Can you stop looking at my fucking chest? Do you get what I'm saying? Angry Ginge, you know? Yeah, bro, they were calling him ugly. No, they were calling Angry Ginge ugly, but then the Chazza guy, they were like, oh, he's really ugly. I grade him a 0 out of 10. I'm like, bruv, who do you think you are? Do you get what I'm saying? You're some meaty team that probably does TikTok dances. Do you get what I'm saying, bruv? I thought it was crazy. Those spots look attractive. Oh my gosh. Crazy. I don't know if you lot have seen the video. I just thought it was fucking disgusting, bro. Not disgusting, but like, what's your most liked video touchdown? Probably the stream where Saeed raided me. It's the one with 4k views. Saeed raided it. It's probably got like 130 something likes. Something like that. Got 100 and something likes. This is my most... I think this is my most liked stream ever without a redirect. I've not had one redirect, and I think this is, I've got 49 likes. I think this is my most liked stream ever. In fact, yeah, it probably is, yeah. A lit stream, bro. We had like 50 people watching at one point, which is crazy. Crazy works for me. With that hairstyle, how long do you think it would take Garnacho to reach your mouse level? Oh, bro, chill out, bro. Catch the Arsenal fan said Gyökeres is the white Drogba and 30 Judge Mo. He said that. I thought Judge Mo said that. Yeah, because... Bruv, I think he put in, or someone put in a group chat. I mean, listen, let's not do this, bruv. Let's not do it. Drogba is, bruv, I will never, two rival strikers that I'm never in disrespect on. Drogba and Aguero, bruv. Drogba scored 11 in 11 finals. They could never, bruv, forget fucking Gyökeres. Drogba, Henry. Drogba, Henry. Drogba, Henry. Yeah, you heard that. You heard that correctly. You saw it correctly. Do you get what I'm saying? We are going to wrap up in about literally 5 minutes max. If you haven't hit the sub button yet, please do. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do. Let's just see. Drogba was scary when played. Bruv, Drogba was so good, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying? He scored winners in FA Cup. I think he scored a winner in FA Cup final against us. joke, mate. He's an absolute ridiculous level striker, bro. Nah, bro. He gets so disrespected, by the way, Drogba. Oh, he only scored more than 12 goals a season. Yeah, and the 12 goals are 12 goals in finals, 12 goals to win his team the league, etc. Do you get what I'm saying? Or we could rate CB 1 milli. Yeah, we might rate CB 1 milli. He's a fucking legend, bruv. He's the greatest YouTuber of all time. Even though he's got 4K. No, never mind. Is he still alive? Yeah, he's still alive. He's the greatest. Wait, what's the Chelsea game saying? Chelsea. Oh, it hasn't even started yet. They're just like, yeah, cool. We're rating CB 1 milli, bruv. He's a legend, bruv. He's a G. Semi-final, I think. And repeated that he would never disrespect Drogba like that as a black man in the space. That's not how he put it there. He said he showed Drogba-esque traits. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't watch the video, so I'm just saying. I'm just going off what I've been told. How far do you think England will go in the World Cup? Probably depends on who we get, bro. I don't know. I haven't seen the thing, but let's say semi-final. Yeah, semi-final. I think we can win it, but as I said, I don't think we'll win it. The main reason actually I don't think we're going to win it is because he's going to play that fucking the bottle job up top, and then I don't think Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice in a pivot will work. He's going to play that. I think that's a stingy pivot. There's so many reasons why I don't think we're going to win it. So yeah, I wouldn't even get my hopes up, bruv, in singing "It's Coming Home" and all that shit, because I don't think we're gonna win it, bruv. I'll be honest. You should wear a cross as if you are getting man layer to ward off any evil. May God protect you from the evil eye. Mr. Touchdown. Thank you, Donna, for your kind words, bro. God bless you. And repeated that you never disrespect Drogba like that as a black man. But Drogba gets disrespected, bro. He gets so disrespected. Do you get what I'm saying? This guy is a joke, bro. You got Germany. He's gonna put Kane in goal. Why would he put Kane? Oh. Because listen, bro, Kane probably better in goal than he is up front, mate. Is Donna Coolan Irish or no? No, he's Donna's Indian, bro. I'm pretty sure. Did you just call Kane the bottle job? Of course, Kane's the bottle job. He's literally the definition of a bottle job. Oh my days, Mr. Touchdown. Look at you today. I wish I was your girl at your age. I wish I was a girl. Oh my gosh, this guy, bro. I'm Irish, but I'll accept I'm not a girl. Bro, we need to sell Bruno Fernandes, bro. I'm tired of that guy. Was our captain. Every time he play a ball, he complains to everyone except he did the wrong pass on a rat hole and short out of my club. Listen, I'm not worried about Bruno Fernandes, and I'll tell you why. I think we're going to sell him next summer. I think Bruno Fernandes leaves next summer. I stay on that. I saw Terry Flowers actually say that he thinks Bruno Fernandes is going to leave next summer, but on this year's books, which wouldn't be a bad thing. Imagine we sold Bruno Fernandes on this year's book, we can get Baleba this summer, and then it will go down. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why net spend doesn't exist, but whatever, we'll run with that narrative. I don't know if that's true, but I do think he leaves next summer. I think we should have sold him this summer personally. I would have preferred to sell him this summer. I'm not a Bruno Fernandes hater. I used to be a Bruno Fernandes hater. I'm not much of a Bruno Fernandes hater, but I would have sold him this summer. I would have recouped 100 million, and I would have bought 2 midfielders, Baleba and someone else, and I would have run Baleba and Mainoo as a pivot, and I would have had backups, etc. That's what I would have done. But I think I'm not that worried about Bruno Fernandes. I genuinely believe he's going to leave Manchester United in the foreseeable future. But we are going to raid CB 1 milli. We are going to raid him. Big up to each and every single one of you for liking, commenting, everyone. It's been a lit stream. Big up to Donna, Dave, Wesley, Israel Robertson, AP7, Ansar, DM, everyone that's liked, subscribed, commented, just anything, post notifications, anything to interact with it. It boosts the stream, it boosts the channel. We're road to 2K. My goal was to get 1,250 by the Arsenal game, and I set that goal about a week ago, but we're on 1,285 subscribers, which is crazy in my personal opinion. So yeah, bless up to each and every one of you. We absolutely smashed it. If we can get 1,300, let's say by tomorrow, we can get that by tomorrow, I reckon. 1,300 by tomorrow. That will be an absolute wonderful week on YouTube for me. So bless up to each and every one of you. We're going to raid CB1 Mini. You may have to wait about 30 seconds to a minute for the redirect to redirect you, because it's some weird thing on OBS. It takes ages to redirect you. But listen, thanks Donna for the super chats. Thank every one of you. Make sure you hit CB1 Milli